Hey everybody, Jeff here from MJMMagic.com. Today we are going to review Rizer. It's a Paul Harris Presents effect by B. Smith and Eric Ross. Check out the demo.
A card actually rises out of a deck of cards drawn on your skin.
The DVD itself is really good. The menu is laid out nicely. It's easy to navigate. Right when you put it in, B. Smith and Eric Ross start talking about the origins of the effect, who they collaborated with, how they came up with it, and then they jump right into how to perform it. The DVD does cover everything you need to know how to perform this effect. However, there are some additional props that you're going to need on your own in order to pull this off. And unfortunately, these are things that if you don't already have in your house, you can easily buy it through us or at an office supply store. Basically, we can't tell you everything you need, but if you don't already have it, you can get them for under $5. It's not a big deal. The main things you need are a Sharpie pen, black color Sharpie, a red color, which is optional, but it's highly recommended, and or what you can do is get a dry erase marker. And we'll discuss that in just a little bit about the differences between the two and why you might want a dry erase over a normal Sharpie pen. The instruction on the DVD, it's very well done. Most of it is done with B. Smith and Eric Ross sitting in a very casual warehouse environment, going over all the specifics that you need to perform this effect. They even offer some of their own additional handlings and ways that you can force a card on somebody. Most magicians already know how to force a card, but just in case they go over some forces that anybody can do to get a card selected by a spectator. And other than that, they jump right into the meat of performing this and the detail of how they show you what to do, the handling, the setup. It's all very well covered, so you're not going to have any questions after you check this out. Like many people, you might be wondering, well, how bad is the setup? Can I easily repeat this effect? Setup is not bad at all. It's probably going to take you, once you get it down, you can easily set this up in under a minute. The setup is not long at all, but when you first start learning it and getting used to it, it might take you 2 to 3 minutes to do it. If you have any problems with the setup, because it is a little technical, they do offer some suggestions on things you can do to make it easier for you. But that being said, once you get this down, it's really easy to do. It's really easy to set up, and the setup probably, like I said, it takes under a minute. But as far as is it repeatable, yes, it can be repeatable. Now remember, I said in the beginning of this review that you can have a regular Sharpie pen or a dry erase marker. Now if you're doing this with a regular Sharpie pen, then I'm going to recommend that this is a one-time, one-performance effect. You're going to do it, you're going to blow everybody away, and then that's it. You're not going to be able to repeat it. But if you are at an event where you're walking around, you're at a restaurant, something where you might want to do it a second time for a group of people, we recommend you use a dry erase marker. That way you can perform it, then you can excuse yourself, go in the bathroom, go around the corner, and you can easily erase the ink that you drew on your arm and then re-perform it again. So very easy to set up. It can be repeatable with the dry erase marker, or I suppose if you set it up on your other arm, then you'd have two performances. I would say the skill level on this is pretty easy. It's easy to do, especially once you get the hang of it. It's something that you don't need to be an advanced magician to be able to pull this off. Of course, like with any magic effect, personality goes a long way. So as long as you have personality, you can engage the people you're performing for, this is easy to do and you'll be able to pull this off. The beautiful thing about this, in my opinion, is even though it's easy to set up and really easy to execute, it's not something that people are going to look at and go, I know how he did that. It's a crazy illusion and so simple. It makes you wonder, why didn't I think of that? It's very, even when I look at it, knowing how it's done, I'm still amazed when I see it, and I think you'll be that way too. So it's really good for all skill levels, I would say. When you buy Rizer, you're going to get the DVD, of course, and you are going to get another special something to carry around one of the gimmicks that you'll have. That's about all I can say. Again, you'll have to have your own Sharpie or dry erase marker, and there's another little something you're going to need. But again, we sell it in our store. Everything's under $5, or you can get it at a local office supply store. So basically, what you're getting in a nutshell is the DVD and the instruction, and that's all you really need. Another common question people have is, what are the angles? Can I do it surrounded? Do I have to be in a dark room? Do I have to be outside or inside? This effect, I'm going to preface this by saying you can pretty much do this surrounded. There's one little spot in the performance when you're going to pull up your sleeve and start drawing, and in that quick moment, you're probably not going to want necessarily somebody behind you. But that being said, the odds that that's ever going to happen are probably small. You can usually manage your surroundings and your environment to make sure that doesn't happen. And if it does, where you have people all around, it's only a quick second that you're going to do that. And then you drop your arm down and everybody can watch you draw the card. They can watch everything from that point forward. So I would say it's not very angly at all. And there's a part on the DVD where B. Smith even discusses a way where you can not worry about angles. So there is a handling for this where if you did have somebody standing all around you 360 degrees, you'd still be okay. So as far as angles, it's a great trick to perform inside, outside, especially in front of like 180 degree radius. Very visual, and actually it can even work for like stage magic, as long as you have a way where you can project, call someone on the stage, you can do it all there, project it up on a screen, and it's going to play very well. In closing, I just want to say that Rizer, I think, is a great effect. The hype that you hear about it, I think it's worth every penny of it. It's an extremely visual effect. It's going to be a huge player on the street level. You know, if you're a street magician, if you're a walk-around magician, this is something that is going to be burned in the minds of the spectators. It's something that people are going to talk about for a very long time. The cons, I would say there aren't really too many cons about this. The one thing they talk about on the DVD, well, actually there's two things. One, if you have hairy arms, especially this part of your arm, you're going to want to shave before you start performing the effect. You know, at least I usually don't have to worry about that. I'm pretty smooth right there. But, you know, if you happen to have hair down there, then you might want to shave it. And the only other con is if you were to perform this with a Sharpie marker. Sharpies it's permanent ink. So you're only going to get one performance out of it, and then, you know, at least one time that you're going to draw it on your arm, and then you're going to have to do a lot of scrubbing to get that off. So in order to get around that, we recommend that you get the a dry erase marker. Easier to come off, less scrubbing, and that's it. Great effect. This is one of those ones that I do highly recommend this one. Anything Paul Harris puts out is usually very, very good. And if you have any questions about this review or something that I may not have covered, just let us know. You can go to our website, mjmmagic.com, and go to our message boards. We have a forum link where you can click on and you can discuss this review and this item right there at mjmmagic.com. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.